Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to Improve Your English with Evelyn. I'm Evelyn, your favorite English teacher. So many of my viewers write to me and ask me how they can become English speakers and speak like native English speakers very fast. I know a lot of you can get frustrated when you're learning English because you have these goals for yourself and it's very hard to achieve them. And it can be very frustrating when you are trying to improve your reading, writing, or speaking, and you're facing a lot of challenges. So for that reason, I've decided to make this video in which I'm going to teach you 5 different ways in which you can improve your English quickly. Now, it's important to recognize that the process of learning English and learning any new language is long, and it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. You can't become fluent in English and speak like a native English speaker overnight. Part of the process of learning English is setting goals for yourself that are realistic. I'll make another video about how to set realistic goals in the weeks to come. For now, what I'd like to do is go over my top 5 tips for how you can improve your English. So let's get started. One of the most effective ways to improve your English is to listen and watch authentic content. What I mean by authentic content is music, movies, videos that are spoken in English. Try to spend a few hours a day watching movies or listening to podcasts in English. Exposure is very important. So the more that you listen to native English speakers speak, the more likely you will be to understand them, even when they're speaking incredibly fast and it's difficult for you to understand. Nowadays, many people have access to YouTube and other free streaming platforms and social media. So it's become, in a way, a lot easier to access content that you can use to improve your English skills. So rather than watching random videos on TikTok or Instagram, why don't you try watching and listening videos in English? Make sure that you choose content that is at your level of English so that you can start picking up words and become familiar with them. And if you end up finding it difficult to understand what is being said, you can always put on subtitles or pause a video and rewind. Or you can jot down any words that you don't know and look them up afterwards. Number 2, think in English. Another very helpful thing that you can do to improve your English is to start thinking in English throughout the day. Start thinking about everything that you do in English. For example, if you're making dinner, think about all of the ingredients that you need to make that dinner and say them in English. Or if you're talking to your friend about a book that you've recently read in your mother tongue, think about saying what you would say to your friend in English in your mind. So I know this can be extremely challenging at times because you might not know the right words to use, but this process of thinking in English will help you to eventually come up with the right words and to come up with the right words a lot quicker. Number 3, learn at least a few new English words every single day. So I think that learning new vocabulary is extremely important when you are learning English. But the truth is, you can't really learn more than a handful of new words each day. You'll probably end up forgetting some words if you try to learn too many. So I encourage you to learn about 3 to 5 new words each day. So it's also very important to learn this new vocabulary with the correct technique. What's the correct technique, you ask? Well, it means learning the new words with the correct pronunciation and the collocations, as well as learning new words in a variety of contexts. When you learn new vocabulary, it's important to learn those new words in new situations and to practice using those words in a variety of daily conversations. Number 4, write in a journal. So keeping a journal can actually improve your English immensely. If you get into the habit of regularly writing down the things that happen to you from the moment you wake up in the morning till you go to bed, you will become more comfortable with talking about your daily life experiences, and that will help you to be able to talk about them in real life conversations. Writing in a journal will also help you to explore new vocabulary that you've learned and to instill those new words in your brain. Number 5, speak English with someone whose English is better than yours. Finally, a great way to improve your English is to have a speaking partner. So I know that it's often suggested that you speak with a native English speaker, but as we all know, that's not always possible for everyone. So I personally suggest that you practice speaking your English with either a close friend or a classmate or someone that you know whose English is better than yours. They shouldn't necessarily be native English speakers. If you can find a native English speaker, so much the better. When you're approaching that person and trying to ask them to be your speaking partner, make sure you remind them that this is actually going to be helpful for both of you. You can learn new words, and that person can continue to practice their English. So there you have it. There are my top 5 tips for how you can start improving your English a lot quicker. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And to those of you who have subscribed and have been watching my videos for some time, I want to take a moment to say thank you so much for all of the support that you've given me. I'm going to continue making videos twice a week and posting daily expressions, so please stay tuned for that. In the comments below, please write what ways you've already implemented in order to improve your English. If you haven't tried any of the 5 methods that I've gone over today, you could also write which step you are going to start with. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.